Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Weekly Comic Wrap. We're at the tail end, so we'll kick things off with Batman and Robin, number 3. Where we left off, Batman and Robin had gone to Blackgate Penitentiary to speak with White Rabbit, though they went separately, as Robin was supposed to be in school, though he left early. He opted to leave early because he'd been bullied by jocks, met a mousy teacher, and also the cold principal. However, shortly after they arrived, Shush and the Terrible Trio showed up, also looking for White Rabbit. So the issue opens with a flashback to Damian explaining to Alfred, and to an extent also his father, why he thought going to school was pointless. Though Batman points out that the moment you think you know everything is usually right around the time someone pulls a fast one on you. So, at Blackgate, White Rabbit has managed to get out of her cell and is on the run from the Terrible Trio. Batman sends Robin after White Rabbit while he deals with Shush, largely wanting to know her plan and how she's connected to Hush, Bruce Wayne's childhood friend, Dr. What? I actually can't remember the not-so-good doctor's last name right at the moment, but they both have similar looks, with Shush having it wrapping her face in bandages, as Hush did as well. Elliot. Dr. Tommy Elliot, that's it. But Batman manages to stick her into White Rabbit's cell, though Shush reveals that there's a bomb. She placed a bomb in Blackgate, and he has just under 5 minutes to find and disarm it. White Rabbit's managing to evade the Terrible Trio. However, Hush has managed to escape the cell that she was placed in. Around the time that Robin catches up with White Rabbit. Batman disarms the bomb. Shush manages to get White Rabbit. And basically opts to lead Batman away, not realizing that both Batman and Robin each came in their own separate vehicles. Batman gives chase to Shush and White Rabbit, while Robin goes after the Terrible Trio. But Batman convinces White Rabbit to or at least jump into the Batmobile. Tries to ask some questions about Shush to White Rabbit, and White Rabbit at least points out that whatever Shush's plan is, she ain't working with Hush. Meanwhile, Robin manages to catch up with Dr. Kafira, who had been taken prisoner by the Terrible Trio last issue. Apparently he's been poisoned. But as Robin's freeing the good doctor, what appears to be a Man-Bat shows up and attacks Robin. And actually does quite well against him, seeing as how Robin has been trained against Ninja Man-Bats. And that is where the issue ends. Okay. It still feels rather convenient for a new villain named Shush to pop up that has a similar aesthetic to Hush and not be working with Hush. I get the feeling that one way or the other Hush will be popping up over the course of the story. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Detective Comics number 1077. where we left off, the Orgums had taken over Gotham. They captured Batman and were planning to execute him. But some of Batman's allies had, or at least maybe not so much, in some cases not so much allies, much as those that are aligned against the Orgums, have decided to break him out, to free him, including Catwoman and Commissioner Gordon. The issue opens, Batman being led to the gallows. And things turn back. Gordon meeting with Selina. And we find out who more of her crew is. Cheshire, Cassandra Cain. Solomon Grundy. And the former stray known as Shoes, who is in fact Leanne Harper, Cheshire's daughter. And with Gordon there, well, Oracle's there as well. They make their basic plan. But there's also one other member of the crew, Mr. Freeze. Gordon is very much against this, but Selina manages to talk him into it. They have preparations though to make, with Selina going to the remains of Arkham, where Batman is being held, and basically explaining that they're going to get him out as he continues to fight the Asmer. But the Orgum guards, excuse me, show up just after as Selina manages to escape. Excuse me. It's decided they're going to move Batman to another cell. And finally, one last member of the crew is recruited by Catwoman. Azrael. We have a backup story where with Leanne and Cheshire reuniting, and Cheshire kind of explaining why she abandoned Leanne, and Leanne kind of turning that on Cheshire, adding that she found a and largely explaining that she found people to trust, and but there's still a point that she is coming to Cheshire to ask for help, and Cheshire agrees, and the two of them embrace, possibly for the first time ever. And that is where the issue ends. It is going to be more a little interesting to see how Catwoman's plan plays out. Not to mention if the Asmer ends up finally taking hold with Batman or not. But I guess we'll just have to see. Moving on to our next book, we've got Outsiders, number 1. We haven't had an Outsiders book in a while. Previous Outsiders seems to have largely been Bat-based, with usually mission statement of being the team that deals with the problems the Justice League can't. Most recently, closest to an Outsiders lineup we had was Katana, Black Lightning, and the Signal, with, and potentially speaking, or, and Metamorpho with an open spot, a revolving open spot, similar to the Secret Avengers from Marvel's Heroic Age. So, we open with Luke Fox recruiting Kate Kane. In part, the selling point is largely that she doesn't have to wear the wig she wears. She usually wears as Batwoman. But Kate and Luke head to the South Pole to meet the drummer. Drummer. Another member of the team, an archaeologist. And they've found something interesting in the South Pole. Massive, even. As they make their way in, alarm sounds. Saying that a multiversal aberration has been detected, and the building, the structure they're in, activates bleed-safe protocols. As they make their way through, Drummer manages to learn that what they're in is called the Carrier. Also, the previous researchers were found around the core, with the Carrier stated as fragile as the multiverse is, perhaps it and the Carrier should both die. But they found other hidden artifacts throughout the world, or at least the locations of them, and it seems that's could be the Outsiders' purview is tracking these down. As Drummer begins to ease herself into the utilizing the Carrier, we see that she has a book entitled Planetary. She also, one thing that should be noted is that while making their way through the Carrier initially, there's a set of display cases noting Sentry babies. I do have to wonder if perhaps this will lead to the return of Jenny Quantum, perhaps more grown up, or, admittedly, less likely, the return of Jenny Sparks. But strong start. As there's been some talk about this book on more comics-related websites, basically stating that it seems to be more a reboot of Planetary than a reboot of The Outsiders. And you know what? That's fine. As much as I've heard Planetary, much as I've heard people gush over the years about Planetary, I've honestly never had the chance to read it. So, but moving on to our last book of the week, we've got World's Finest Teen Titans, number 5. Where we left off, Bumblebee and her friend Mal, who had been gifted a modified version of Peacekeeper, or no, Guardian's shield. We're dealing with supervillain known as the Ant attacking, basically causing trouble in their near where they were. So the issue opens several months previously. Kid Flash, Aqualad, and Wonder Girl have been taken prisoner by an invading alien race. As the aliens explain their plan, or once they explain their plan, Kid Flash, or the three of them all remove their bonds. A tear gas batarang comes in, and Robin, as well as a potential new recruit for the Titans, Haywire, pops up, and they rescue the presumably general that the aliens have a prisoner. Meanwhile, Haywire hacks into the facility's computers, taking out quite a bit of sensitive information, using it, intending to use it to help people by blackmailing those in power. But apparently, this was Haywire's one shot. Robin disagrees with Haywire's plan. Takes the thumb drive and breaks it. Has Kid Flash run back to Los Angeles, though Haywire manages to break free of Kid Flash. In the present, Donna is missing Aqualad while he's spending the weekend with Wally and Roy. And Donna's kind of wondering if she's doing something wrong, because it seems like Garth's avoiding her. She thought they were really connecting, with Robin pointing out that they were, as far as backgrounds go. The two of them have a lot in common, but that's not always enough. With Robin pointing out he can barely tolerate Speedy, and his mentor is basically a carbon copy of Batman. Donna points out that Kid Flash practically worships Robin. But Robin mentions that Batman doesn't understand what it is the Titans are doing, and seems to be pressuring quite often to leave the team. But Charlie shows up, informing of the battle involving Bumblebee and Mal. Donna, which is apparently being masterminded by Haywire. Since Haywire is in fact in charge of the Terror Titans. But Toy Boy pops up as well, creating a dragon for the Titans to fight. Wally and Garth show up. However, something happens, and something's going wrong, causing the Titans aren't working together. Robin's giving orders, which are being ignored by everyone. And the Titans get trounced. Roy shows up to take down, and manages to take down Toy Boy. However, before he can fire another arrow, the string of his bow is snapped when an archer named Artemis shows up and shoots an arrow through the string, as well as Roy's arm. But the two of them fight it out. Haywire basically explains that his entire plan here was to humiliate the Titans, and, well, mission accomplished. Later, Charlie explains that he's been trying to scrub the internet of the videos from everything, but they're persistent. The Titans end up having a rather large argument about what happened, and it's pointed out that Speedy does that, kind of point out, that it's clear that Robin doesn't trust the Titans after all. Speedy, Kid Flash, Wonder Girl, Aqualad, Bumblebee, they all know each other. They trust each other enough to tell each other their secret identities. Robin, however, unknown. And even Karen points out, or Even Bumblebee points out that that they're going to function as a team. Well, Robin needs to be honest with them, and well, Robin can't disagree, and reveals his identity to the rest of the Titans. And he's got a plan to beat Haywire and his Terror Titans. And that is where the issue ends. And that is going to do it for this week's roundup. The World's Finest Teen Titans is shaping up to be quite a good companion to the current World's Finest run. Namely, it's more it's past set stories. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.